the morning. Monday morning. It's finally here. Well, we've been here for 58 hours and 46 minutes so far. First thing this morning, the truck is telling me it has to do a 10-minute reach in. So I'm doing that right now. So we are waiting for the repair guy to show up this morning. The shop where the place where they can pick up the correct parts did not open until 8 a.m. at the earliest. So they have to do whatever they're doing, then blah 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 blah. So basically, I sit here and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until they show up. Then I gotta wait a little bit more for them to actually do the work and get me on my way. Now, I think this Dart truck on my left-hand side, he must be on vacation or something because it hasn't moved all weekend. It was over here before I moved to this side of the parking lot, and nobody started it. Nobody's been in and out of it. So, whatever. So what I might be doing is either pulling up onto the side of this Peterbilt to the right of it. It's left, my right. May pull over there because there's room for the guy to work right there. Or I may just move over one parking spot to my left so he has room to get his truck in and all of his tools and jacks and whatnot. He has room to work on the side that needs to be worked on. So we may wind up doing that, either or. All right. So this morning is basically another bit of waiting. Like I said before, more than likely it won't be till 11 o'clock that I actually leave here. You know, I'm probably not going to get stopped till like 9:30 tonight at the earliest. Well, approximately 9:30. If I leave here at 11, approximately 9:30, 10 o'clock at night is when I'll stop. And then tomorrow, get up at exactly 10 hours, get rolling, finally get up into Wisconsin, and then Wednesday morning get up and make my delivery. Pain in the backside, man. I should have already made my delivery if it wasn't for this airbag and this flat tire. I would have had a whole lot easier time getting up there if they didn't, waste 9 hours of my day just to give my appointment time and then get myself actually loaded. But there's not much I can do about that. Baby, I tell you, it is amazing nothing. Then I gotta drive late into the night. So, it just compounds and compounds and compounds. It's just not fun. George is getting upset. All right, well, just about to step out of the truck and look down and notice this. You can see how that connection is loose. So we got the old toolbox out here. We got a 5/16 socket there, and we are going to tighten that up. This is some of those little petty things that you get to do. No longer gonna be something that's gonna break on me. Well, at least less chance of it breaking on me. That's fine, that looks okay. So it's one of the reasons why, even as a company truck driver, I have a full set of tools. Well, a set of tools. I won't say full set. I got a mallet, I got a 2-pound sledge, I got a crowbar, I got some drills, I got some drill bits, I have extra parts, stuff like that. I mean, in a simple, Stanley, toolbox, socket set, I can tighten probably about 85–90% of the nuts and bolts on this truck with this tool set. I don't need to do it all. That's not what, I'm not an owner operator. I don't need to do it all. But I do need to be able to tighten things like this up. Why would I take this to the shop? Putting that in the shop? No. Break out your little, $20, $30 toolbox, and take care of that. So we are still waiting for the guy to come to repair the truck, repair the airbags on the trailer. I'm just gonna set that right there. Now you can see we got a lot of pooling up on the on top of the tarp because all the rain we had the past couple of days. I really would like to get down the road so that stuff blows out of there. Oh well. Okay. Now 10 o'clock. Still waiting for our repair guy to show up. I'm going to give a call here in a moment to the company to see what the deal is, because I need to get going. 2 days of sitting on my duff. Now it's going to be 2.5. Ugh. Just not fun. Just not fun. And it's starting to rain again. Got a little bit of sprinkles. Went in, got me a cup of ice, got me a chocolate milk. Got a sprinkler or two passing through. You can see the sky. The sky is, just gray and blah as it's been past several days. There's more rain down towards Atlanta. Most of it is passed up to the north, you know, up into Canada, but you know, all around DC, up to New York, you know, up to you know, the Great Lakes. But you know, it's just not fun. Just not fun. And it is Monday. It's Monday, June 10th. Like I said, we've been sitting for far too long. I need this airbag replaced, you know, repaired and replaced so I can get up the road. All right. Well, I just got sent information. They're still trying to locate the parts. I mean, let me read it precisely here. Messaging. Okay, they are indicating the airbag still right now. They parts didn't have one, so they are calling trailer shops now for one. Then they will be out. Okay. So basically, nobody has a part. It is already, what time is it now? I mean, it's 10:30 right now. Okay, now the second note or message they sent. Repowering truck 12096 at 12 o'clock. Okay. So why are they going to give this broken trailer to somebody else? I have a problem with that. That's not right to do to somebody else. I may be suffering here with this, but you know, it's just not right to give this to somebody else to deal with. I understand the business side of it. I mean, the truck's already been sitting for 3 days, pretty much. It's not the fault of this guy who's coming to pick up the truck, pick up this load to take it to Wisconsin. It's not my fault the trailer broke. I didn't do anything wrong to break the trailer. It's just old. It's a 10-year-old trailer with a 10-year-old airbag. It just couldn't take the weight anymore. You know, like I said, I'd been parking for 2 hours before before the bag blew. It was pretty much near midnight when the bag blew up, you know, blew out. Ah, boy, I tell you, this load has been a pain in the backside since, you know, 11:30 Friday, you know, Friday afternoon. This load's been a pain in the backside, and here it is, you know, going on 12 o'clock when it's going to get somebody else. You know, that's not right. Okay, well, I just spoke to my driver manager, And I told him my concerns, that it just did not seem right to give this problem on the trailer to somebody else so they could be forced to sit here. I mean, it doesn't seem to make any sense. I mean, granted, I'm not seeing the entirety of, what the other driver is dealing with, what he can absorb and what he can't, whether he volunteered for it or not. But to take a broken trailer that one driver's been dealing with for the past 3 days and shift that to somebody else who is having no problems, who's earning their paychecks, who's dealing with that, who has no need to be dealing with a problem, to shift that problem onto them doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense, from all that I see as a business, the business side of it, but also doesn't make sense just being, I don't want to say responsible or respectful to another person. It's just shifting a problem from one driver who knows what's going on and accepts that it takes time to get things done, to somebody else who has no understanding of what's going on. This isn't just, there's a problem with the truck. This isn't just a little minor thing that, oh yeah, I could push down the road. It'll be okay. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be okay to get me where I need to go. It's a safety thing that, unfortunately, where I'm located, the trailer shops, the parts shops around the area being closed on the weekends, being it's an old truck with an old part, so you have to find the correct part to go on it, or else it just doesn't work. And trying to shift that to another driver who has nothing to do with it, has a load on that he can go deliver without a problem. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, I'm not seeing the entirety of what the company has a need to do, or I understand that. I don't see it all. But just from my perspective and how I would run the business if I was in my driver's manager, the planners, the route manager, the dispatch, if I could see all that, I might think a little bit differently. Might. But at this moment, from my perspective, it did not seem the proper thing to do. Oh man, I could have, swapped the load, stuck that guy with this dealing with this problem, and then, gone about my weird way and made a few extra dollars. But that's not the right and moral thing to do, in my eyes. I mean, it's rude. It's insulting. Like I said, it's just my sense of honor. My sense of responsibility says to me, don't foist this problem onto somebody else just to make a few bucks. I have a problem with that. I really do have a problem with that. I am not out here to take advantage of other people simply to make a few extra dollars. Yes, I mean, I would prefer to be rolling down the road. I wish they had the airbag, Saturday morning. Jacked it up, put that under there, bing, bang, boom, dang, rolled on. I would have made my delivery in Wisconsin this morning, a couple hours ago. My sense of morality and decency, responsibility, honor, I just could not, I can't do that to somebody else. I just can't. So I called my driver manager and I told him, I'm not comfortable doing this. This does not seem the right thing to do. Going just a little bit too fast there. Yes, I'm the one who is losing by this more than anybody else. Yeah, the customer hasn't gotten their product. But accidents happen. Breakdowns occur. There's nothing on this truck they need to have right this second. Yes, it's going to inconvenience them. My company's losing money. Their company is losing money. The shipper is losing money. Well, maybe. I don't do they prepay for this thing already? I mean, all right, yeah. They've already been paid. The shipper has already been paid for the product, so the shipper doesn't care. Once it's off their property, bang, they've done everything they're required to do. The shipper loses, the receiver's losing money. My company's losing money. I'm losing money. Nobody is winning. But I'll be damned if I bring another person into the equation for no reason whatsoever. I can't do that. To me, that's doing something wrong. Simply to put a few extra bucks in my pocket. My sense of decency and morality and honor. I just couldn't do it. Now, I don't know if this guy, my driver manager said that he's gonna, call this other guy, tell him to not do a repower. I'm sure he's happy about that. But and he's wondering why me told him to repower, then all of a sudden not repower. Yeah, he's gonna wonder about that, but oh. Like I said, that to me is just not the proper way to do something. Sometimes companies will say things and do things that just doesn't make sense. And I think this might actually be him right here. Yeah, that's him. That's the same truck that they told me. Yeah, he's got an empty truck. You know, there's no reason for him to be sitting around. You know, but you know, it makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense whatsoever for him to be sitting here like that. You know, that. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go over here and talk to him real quick, and then, you know, shoot the breeze for a moment, because, you know, that makes no sense whatsoever to me. So I'll talk to you in a bit. Well, okay, here's the long and short of it, as I gathered from 2 other drivers. There's another Melton driver who's empty with a step deck. He has 1 hour remaining on his 70. He is not going to gain enough hours to get it there before Thursday. The driver who was supposed to take this repower to repower this load, he too is up against hours. And even though he's got a trainee with him, they would not be able to get it there any sooner than I will. So one, they both would have to do a 34 and then drive their butts off to get it there. I already have a fresh 70 clock because I've been sitting here, you know, for 61 and a half hours already. So I already have a full 70 clock. So once the trailer is repaired, I can go faster than all of them. So it does not make one lick of sense to be giving this broken trailer to somebody else. Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. So, you know, here it is, 11 o'clock. I still have no repair done. I tell you, sometimes it's a frustrating thing sometimes when you're dealing with, you know, a large fleet and you have things to do and you have, you know, customers are satisfied, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, I mean, another day sitting around doing nothing. I mean, a 10-year-old trailer. It's just, it's at that point in time where I think the gentleman I spoke to said they were Henderson airbags. So 10-year-old Henderson airbags on a 10-year-old trailer. Not exactly the type of part that's going to be frequently kept on the shelves. You know, not the kind of part that you're going to find on most, stock, in most stock rooms. Ugh. And unfortunately, there's not much I can do about it. But them's the breaks. Them is the breaks. And like I said, yeah, these two guys may be able to absorb it because they have to do a 34, but they still would not be able to get it to me or get it to the receiver in a timely as fast as I can do it once I do get the repair. Well, unless it takes again until Tuesday before they could actually leave. I mean, I doubt it. I mean, see, 11 o'clock today is 11 o'clock Tuesday. So, 9 o'clock when, 9 o'clock when, Tuesday night is the first chance they're going to get a chance to leave. So any point before that, I can actually get it there quicker. It's just not, it's just not a good situation. Looking okay there, Brighton. All right. Well, it's just one of them loads that we all dread. I mean, first of all, I had to wait almost 5 hours. Well, 4.5 hours, because I got it like 11:30. 4.5 hours before I could, before my appointment time. Then when I was there, I had to wait another 4 hours before I was loaded. Then I had another hour to put on the tarp, strap, get my budgies on, and get out of there. Then there was another half an hour up here to the parking space. So basically around 10 o'clock, I wasn't done the day until about 10 o'clock on Friday. Saturday, I get up, ready to roll. Got a flat tire, which got addressed pretty quick. About within 2 hours, it got taken care of. There was a blown airbag, which I didn't see the night before because, it's pitch dark. Don't have a lot of light. I don't hear any air escaping. I don't see the trailer leaning to one side, because the other airbags are doing their job. So I didn't see it Friday night when I did my post trip. because it hadn't broken until that time. And then, 2 hours later, pop, airbag blows. I thought somebody hit me. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't hear anything. But when I got up Saturday morning, there was an obvious problem. Like I said, tire got fixed within 2 hours. Bypassed the airbag. No, if I had a lighter load, if I had like a 12,000 pound load, I could go down the road with that, at least to a place that's going to repair the trailer. But even then, I probably wouldn't go anyway, because I'm not going to move in an unsafe manner. I mean, if this was a life and death situation where I had to get this stuff ready to go or people are going to die, yeah, in that case, I would, push it. But it's not what's going to happen, 46,000 pounds of steel rod on a flatbed. No, it's not going to happen. It's just not one of those not one of those weeks that it's going to be beneficial to me in any way, shape, or form. So here it is, it's 10 minutes after 11. I'm still sitting here 61 and a half hours later. But there's nothing I can do. I'm a victim of circumstances. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. I could be here pitching a fit and screaming and yelling and demanding something be done and crying and complaining. I mean, I'll just use, this is my venting, talking about the situation, expressing my state of being disgruntled. That's about the long and short of it. Apart from that, it's like I just have to accept what the situation is, and like I said, not involve another driver. Simply to try to make a few extra dollars. That's not the right thing to do. So I will sit here some more, wait for them phone calls or those Qualcomm messages telling me that they found the part, they're on the way, and then once that happens, I will give them an updated ETA of my arrival. And try to just try to deal with it as it is. Not what I want it to be, but what it actually is. This is why I always think about being an owner-operator, because 10 years on a trailer, that's when the parts start being taken off the shelf and it's harder to do things. I don't have spares on the truck in my own little toolkit. I have a problem with that. You know, it's just, oh, excuse me. It's just a bad situation that can happen to anybody. I just happen to be that anybody that it's happening to. I mean, after a couple of mediocre low weeks already, you know, it's just one more thing, you know. So a 1100 mile week, roughly. I have to see if I'm going to get paid for the that deadheading, that 330 miles of deadhead and trailer swap. See if I can get paid for that this week. I mean, I hope so. I mean, it should be on there because that's when it occurred, but you know, that was Thursday and Friday, so I should be getting paid for it you know, this Friday, you know, 4 days from now. So that'll mitigate a little bit, but the following week is going to be absolute crap, because, you know, sitting around for basically 4 days, where I could have put this, you know, 1,000 miles plus 330 miles plus another 1,000 miles, you know, I could have had a decent week's pay. But now that's all completely shot to hell. Oh well, you know, it's like Bruce Hornsby said, that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. You can either cry about it or just accept it and move on with less stress. And that's what I try to do. You know, the problem comes, if I can deal with it, great. If I need somebody else's help, okay. But, you know, for the most part, whatever. Oh, 20 minutes to 12. Still no sign, still no call from the repair shop or from outside repair from my own company. This sucks. This absolutely sucks. So I'm going to do the only thing I really can do right now. It's do some editing of some video. Loading it up here. And the rest of the day is pretty much shot. Ugh. What a load of crap. So, 1:05 p.m. Monday. still sitting here waiting for repair. And as you can tell by the gleeful sound of my voice, I am just thrilled about that. Oh, man alive, I tell you. But, you know, that's part of trucking. Sometimes that's going to happen. And there ain't a dang thing you can do about it except, hey, you know, it's just what it is. All right, well, I gave a call. Let me get my phone here, just make sure I get my time correctly here. I gave a call at 10 a.m. to Outside Repair to, you know, find, you know, to see what was going on. They said they'd be looking into it. They called me or send a message when they knew something. And at 10:30, of course, I talked to my DM saying, you know, why you give me this? Why are you having a repower done for a trailer that's not going to move? So now here it is, 1 o'clock, and it's still waiting. So, you know, it sucks. But what can you do? Okie dokie. Wow. Just got the interstate guy just showed up. Apparently he's got the parts, so he's finally going to get the this truck, this trailer repaired. It's 1:30. Okay, so we'll make a little bit of progress today. Not a whole heck of a lot. But, you know, it's just not. So, well, you know, it's just frustrating when you know you can't do a dang thing. But like I said, we will just make do with what we got. So if I drove till about 6 o'clock tonight, well, let's say 7 o'clock tonight, drove as far as I could in basically 5 hours. Got myself parked. In the morning, got started around 5 a.m. Drove the maximum amount of hours I could. We'll see what we can do. So let's say I did 300 miles today. Tomorrow I did 300 miles. Get up as early as I could Tuesday morning. And did a full 600 miles. That's almost 900. And then Wednesday, we still have a chance of getting there fairly decently. But you know, no matter what, it's going to be 2 days late no matter what you do. All right, so
proceed to the highlighted route.
So total trip, 956 miles. I can get it there Wednesday. It'll be late Wednesday, but I all I can do is get there when I can get there. You know, there's nothing else that I can do. I mean, I'm at the mercy of parts and getting things done, so. Oh well. But at least we have it, we're getting it fixed now. And hopefully we get on the road here real quick. Like I said, it's 1:36 right now in the afternoon. Just about 1,000 miles to go. We'll do the best we can.